So there's a lot of weakness happening right now in the gold market. Plus also the mining sector down 2% and more for there. But also the indices right now, guys, is probably going to have a really big, strong rally to the end. And also Bitcoin is not looking too good. Also, there's a really big move that's coming in the oil market. And that's exactly what I want to share with you in today's video. So let's actually get straight into the actual gold market from here. I want to start with gold and we'll get into the other markets as well too. So to start off with the overall gold market here, guys, one of the most important things that I'm utilizing always, and I talk about this in my free trading course, link in the description there, is the whole thing that I'm really focusing on. The number one thing I'm always focusing on, guys, is remember, the big boys are the ones that actually push these markets around. So if we can focus on the footprint of what the big boys are thinking and feeling, then we can go with them, right? And so one of the really big important things I'm always utilizing when looking at what the big boys are thinking and feeling is what is actually happening with moving averages and also the lows and highs to gauge what's going on here. Now, here's the thing. If I look at this chart here, all right, if I look at, actually, you know what, I'll blow let's blow this chart up here, all right? If I look at this chart here right now, one thing that you'll notice here is that for me personally, whenever I'm trying to gauge what's going on with a market, especially if I'm looking for a trade, if I'm looking for a trade, I know there's two things that is going to give me a massive advantage of having a successful trade. And that is having some strong trending analysis, right? Strong trending analysis, but also strong momentum. If we can get two of those things behind the trade, you have increased your success rate 1,000-fold. Maybe not that much, maybe 10-fold, right? And, those two things are going to increase your success rate so much more than any of the other indicators you're using right now. Bollinger Bands, Elliott Waves, the Stochastics, the MACDs, the RSIs, you guys name it, right? You guys name it. Remember, guys, it's one of the big things that actually stops us from doing well out of trading is us thinking it's much more complicated than it really is. And the reason why I say that is because just like myself, right? And now let me put this up to here, right? Just like myself, if I actually, let's do this here, right? So if I bring this tab up here, right? And let me blow this chart up here. I used to trade like this here. And the reason why I say that I used to trade like this here, isn't she just a pretty looking thing? Pretty looking thing, right? Oh, you have the Bollinger Band and you have the 200 moving average, because I heard the fund managers use the 200. So let's use the 200, you know, and I have the Bollinger Band here at 20 moving at 20 as well. And I have my stochastics here and I have, or actually it's not just one stochastic. Oh, look, it's actually two stochastics. That's the secret sauce. And there's this RSI. But as you can see with the RSI, I've got like a moving average of 5. So this moving average is that's the secret sauce there that I have. And right? And I'm laughing right now, guys, because I'm trying to share with you that, and I'm trying to help you as well too. On a serious note, I'm trying to really help you here. I traded like this for a long time and I found it so hard and so confusing. And I didn't do well. Now, as you guys know, how I trade now is what? What is that? Why is that not? Oh. Oh, geez. What's going on here? Let's go tab 4 here. Okay, cool. All right. So the reason why I didn't trade really well is because I thought I needed to know all that stuff here, right? Now, here's the thing. Once we can, and that's the reason why, like that's the reason why I traded, that's why my trading sucks so much, because I found I was using things, and because I was using all these extra things, it was overcomplicating my process of actually trading the markets. But I really want to help you guys, okay? It's almost Christmas time, and a bit of a Christmas gift for you guys. I want to help you guys really sort of simplify your process so you can actually just make better decisions, right? Because that's what we want. We just want to be able to simplify the process to make much better decisions, so therefore we can make much more money and have a lot less stress. And so if we have a look at this market here, right? There's in this environment here right now with these markets here, the market can only go up or down at the end of the day, right? We know there's a 50-50 chance. So when we start to overlay actually strong trend. So if there's a strong trending market, we start to increase success even more. But if we start to overlay some really strong moving averages behind it, now we can increase the success even more, right? So they're the two different things, especially when I'm looking for a good trading opportunity, right? A really, 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 really good trading opportunity is when I'm going through the trend analysis, lows, higher lows, higher lows, and higher lows. But then also one thing I've found as well too is that by utilizing moving averages, it's like the momentum, right? Moving averages is like momentum, moving average momentum, right? And so if we see this level all through here, and we see this level all through here as well, we can see the moving averages are trending up. So therefore we have strong trending markets, higher lows, and also we have strong moving averages, we have strong momentum. There's a high probability chance you're going to jump on some really nice, good trades, right? Now, that's obviously the basis of what I talk about here, guys, right? Again, and the whole thing about this, guys, is to give you a much better chance of having a successful trade. Now, what this also tells me, and what this also helps me with, is to not get into something that's not giving me good trend, not giving me good momentum. And that is what? Right now. So if I'm looking for a trading opportunity right now when it comes to gold, this is not a strong trend. Why? This is a high low, high low, higher low, lower low. And look what the moving average are doing. This is when we have, look at that beautiful, there's a 24, this is a 52. What's happening here? The 24 is actually pointing down. This is actually starting to flatten out. And you see what I'm saying here? So not only is the trend now over, because we're no longer in an upward trend, but then the moving average is starting to go. For a trading opportunity, guys, again, I only want to get into something that's going to give me a high probability of actually having a successful trade. Okay? Here's the thing. I personally doing that now, but then when I'm looking at the markets, I'm also looking at the markets of when not to trade, right? And so I know a lot of people are really big on gold right now and also silver, but right now when it comes to a trading opportunity, there's a very low probability. In fact, because we've already had such a big move, and we look at this weekly chart here, this is the weekly chart, right? Because we've already had such a big move out of gold, there's a real high probability of actually, let me bring this chart here. Because we had such a big move out of gold, it's doing the exact same thing all the time, right? In fact, what I'm talking about here is this, right? Look at this here. Sideways, big move up. Sideways, big move up. Guess what's coming now? We're probably going to go sideways for an extra few months, right? And then we're going to decide what we actually do from there. Make sense, guys? And so that's exactly what you do. But you really want to start to really hone down on what you're actually looking for in a good setup and what's not going to be a good setup from there. And that's what we're seeing from there, from that through there. So right now, guys, gold possibly another leg to the downside because it's very, very, very weak where we are right now. And when I say very weak, what I'm looking at here is this, right? Let's do this here. When I say weak, I'm also talking about this through here. Is you can see here that it's more like, I call it the L-shaped pattern, all right? I call it the L-shaped pattern because look at this here. Whenever we do get this up and then sideways like that, see it was like the upside L-shaped, up and then sideways, right? We get, see this L-shaped pattern here, or upside down L-shaped pattern? Well, that's really, really, really good for the bullish side. But look what's happening right now. We're actually getting the L-shaped pattern down and across. So it's not actually giving me a good bullish L-shaped pattern, upside down L-shaped pattern, but it's actually giving me a down L-shaped pattern, like an actual L-shaped pattern. So therefore that tells me we're probably likely to see some more downside to come out of the gold market from there. And if we go look at the actual, that's the actual gold, that's the GOD, this is the gold market here. If we go back to the silver market as well, and silver market, these gold and silver are definitely not the marks, especially for the rest of this year, guys. Gold and silver are definitely not the place to be, right? Look at this here. Look at this here. It's just crazy, right? We have this massive resistance point all through here, right? It's just silver's looking really weak. Gold's looking really weak. It's definitely not the place to be. And again, for a trading opportunity, guys, we're looking for a good trade, right? What are we looking for? We're looking for probability, aren't we? What is probability? Probability is have a good trend, and wait for the moving averages starting to trend up through here. Then you can have a really good trade, right? Then you can have a really good trade. But when the moving averages start to do this, guess what? Oh, it's all over the place, right? That's when you want to run away. That's when you get chewed up. See, trading success in the markets is all about knowing what to look for, and then also using that to say this is a warning sign not to get involved, right? Because we know, right? A lot of the times it's because we take really bad trades in the markets, right? And that's exactly the reason why I have a coaching program that lasts for 12 months. I have an inner circle coaching program that lasts for 12 months. You're with me every day, and I'm there teaching you exactly what to look for, teaching the techniques, helping you with the scanning process, helping you with the trade management, cut your losses short, let your wins run, helping you also with the emotional management, right? Fear, greed, or all that sort of stuff that becomes involved with all the markets through here. And I'm with you all the time to make sure I'm helping you through this process. Because right, there's a lot of different areas that help you to become a good trader. If you know exactly how to identify a really good trading opportunity, but you don't know how to actually let your profits run, well then you're not going to jump on those really big profits, right? And that's the reason why I have a full detailed coaching program walking through step by step by step by step. And again, that's the reason why it's for 12 months to make sure you master all these areas to help you capitalize on knowing exactly how to identify a trade, scanning process, and so much more. If you do need some help, guys, and you want 2025 to be the best year ever, then go to getjohnshelp.com. There is an application form there. You can fill out the application form, and you may be a good fit for my inner circle, tight, small group that I have for 2025. So let's go look at the actual stock market now. And the thing about the stock market here is the number one big thing I really want to teach you guys when it comes to the stock market is this. The trend is your friend until the end. And you probably heard that so many times, but if you knew that on the forefront of your mind, the number one rule for me is my trend analysis. You would not be short this market. You wouldn't be short this market, right? Because, and I know there was one person that was short the NASDAQ just recently. It's like, oh, I'm short the NASDAQ. And they shorted the NASDAQ up here. We had one drop, and now look what's happening. They're probably losing money right now. Right? Because they're going against the market. I see so many people, the biggest mistake that people are making right now when it comes to these markets is you're going against the market. Remember, the big boys who have a lot of money at their disposal, they're the one that creates these patterns. So if the market is in a upward trend, we go with that until the end. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And anyone that's been short this market, especially in the last 6 months, has gotten run over. And for me, I've been riding this bull market this entire time. Why? King Russell, baby! King Russell. Now, why am I saying King Russell for, right? King Russell's, this is the Dow Jones, higher lows. Remember I said before, guys, two main things I really want to help you with this here, right? And it's the reason why in my actual trading system that I teach my inner circle coaching clients, my first two rules are the trend analysis, then the momentum, and then I'm looking for the exact type of setup and the exact entry bar to get in on. That's the reason why it's so precise, right? But if you look at the Dow Jones, strong upward trend, NASDAQ doing its thing as well too, S&P, look at the S&P as well too. It's like S&P, low, there was another low there. It was the same low, didn't break the low. Now got another higher low, and away we go. This has been an upward trend. And anyone that's trying to short it here, or short it here, or short it here, has gotten run over. So I hope you can see, and if you've been using all these complicated indicators, the stochastics, actually, if you're like me, the double stochastic, didn't make me any money, caused me to lose money. Rule number one, remove the confusion. The trend is your friend until the end. And if there is a trend, that is what you go with. You don't try to short it. Just like I saw someone recently who shorted the NASDAQ and they're probably losing money right now, especially with an option trade on the QQQ. Just go with the market. Go with the market, right? Make your trading much more easier. Don't make it much more complicated. And again, I understand like people make their trading so complicated these days with the markets because they think that's what they need to do, right? They need to have the complications. And then they're trying to pick tops and bottoms of the markets, right? you know, if you just look at the way you're trading the markets, one, indicators are going to create a lot of confusion. You probably had a really bad year for using indicators. All right. And, if you actually like to see my actual real equity curve, guys, if you like, does this guy even actually make money from trading? When you go to getjohnshelp.com, you can apply for my coaching. But on that page, if you scroll down a little bit, I'll actually show you my real equity curve for this year, right? So you can actually see that. When it comes to these markets here, your trend is your friend until the end, right? Remember I said before about King Russell? I've been long King Russell now for a long time. Why? Why have I been long King Russell? He was a low. He was a low. He was a low. Low, higher low, same low. The most important part is that we have this low, and then look what happened. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. There's been no change of trend. See what I'm saying here? So just one rule, which is my number one rule, by the way, my number one rule out of 4 or 5 rules that I have to identify amazing high quality trades is the trend is your friend until the end. And I've been now saying this for a long time, and it's one of the biggest mistakes that I made. And if I'm using indicators to look for the short, or I'm going to go short here, look for the drop, you're probably going to get run over. I've been long the Russell all this time, and I'm capitalizing on this entire move up for the last 6 months plus. And the reason why, and I'm enjoying a really nice successful trade right now. I think my options up, there's an option trade. My options up about 150, 160% right now. It's just a beautiful, beautiful trade for the last 6 months. Just let it go. Why? The trend is your friend, and the trend has been my friend this entire time, so I haven't gotten out. And now look what's happening. Now we're about to break up to all-time new highs. And once that does, look at this here. We are about to, a new high is about to happen. And once that does, we're about to see some really, really, really big moves in the markets when it comes to this level here. The stock market right now is so strong right now. And it's just not something you want to be sort of getting involved with here. So now, remember guys, let's bring this chart up to here. One thing that it's so important for you traders here, it's not about me being right or wrong. It's just about me listening to the markets. And what does that simply mean? The trend is your friend until the end. Maybe I should title this video, the trend is your friend until the end, right? The trend is your friend until the end. Now, the reason why I say that is because if I go to oil chart, this is oil here. And let me blow this oil chart up here. What has been the trend? And I saw some people say, there's a lot of opinions of people who trade these markets. What is the trend right now on oil? What is this? Let's just keep it really simple. Low, lower high, and a lower high, and another lower high. So what's the trend right now? Not your thoughts and not fundamentals and data and inflation and Trump and this and that and all this other thoughts. That's where you're going. If you do that, you're leading down the wrong path. It's not going to help you as a trader, right? It really is not going to help you as a trader. You're overcomplicating things. Don't complicate it. Remember I said before, like we go in this market thing, it's much more complicated than it really is. And that's the reason why we have 4,000 indicators on our charts. And if that is you, I guarantee you are not doing well this year. And then you're probably saying, oh man, trading's so hard, trading's so difficult. The reason why it's so hard, so difficult, because you're making it so hard, so difficult. Because you're doing all the things that's making it hard and difficult. Remove everything from the chart. Rule number 1, what's the trend? The trend's down. Okay. So if you think anything other than the market is still in a downward trend, especially on this oil chart, even though we've had these are weekly bars, so we've had 2-3 months now gone sideways, the trend is down. Therefore, there's a high probability of seeing a really nice movement on the downside. Why? Because right now the trend is your friend until the end, to the downside. And if it changes to the upside, that's when I have to go with the market. If you're trying to pick a bottom right now in the oil, if you're trying to pick a top right now in the stock market, you are getting run over, right? Just like I shared with you a while ago about the actual NASDAQ, right? This is the NASDAQ chart. This is the NASDAQ daily chart here. NASDAQ daily chart, look at this here. Big break up today. A nice big breakout, or 1% up day today, right? You're getting run over. Just right? To me, guys, and again, if you're trading really well, guys, fantastic, but just try to keep it really simple and just focus on the most important things, which is looking at the markets, looking at the trend, and so on and so forth. Now let's go have a look at, so that's oil there. Let's go look at the good old Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, guys, Bitcoin's probably going to start to roll over here soon. We're starting to get like a bit of a topping pattern. And I call this the roller coaster pattern. The roller coaster pattern, right? And if I bring up, this is the 4-hour chart. This is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin here. You can see it's starting to what's called slow, right? So what I mean by that is, as you can see, we've had this, if you look, see this moving average. So when the moving average is strong like that, guess what we have? We have strong momentum, right? Remember I said before, it's this part here, you want to be looking for good trading opportunities. Then when the moving average starts to slow down, it's saying we have slowing momentum. What does that mean? We've gone from strong, and see how we actually start to slow down. Now look what's happening through here, right? Let me see if I do that again. Up through there. Wrong one. Up through there, right? And now look what's happening, right? We're over here, and we start to flatten out and now we're doing that through there. Right, through there. I call this the roller coaster pattern. Why? Because it goes up, and then we end up doing something like this, the roller coaster pattern, and we end up getting something like this with the actual market itself, right? So I wouldn't be too surprised, especially in the crypto mania right now that's going on. I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to see this thing start to roll over. And if I'm a betting man of where this thing could actually go to, probably nice good 50% retracement is probably, if I'm a betting man, where this is likely to go to from the low to high. So probably at least I would say around this sort of level here. We may even get down to this level down through here, right? We may even get down to, we may even get, it's just, again, it's really, really volatile. Just looking at this level through here, guys. Yeah, there you go, eh? There you go. It's like, look at that through there. Look at that through there. Oh my goodness. So, and yeah, this had such a big move. So we're probably going to be at least getting maybe a move down towards, say, around the 80,000 level, maybe a bit more than that. But that's what I'm seeing through there for when it comes down to the good old Bitcoin, guys. And all this is, remember traders, how markets, the flow of markets is what? We go through these, and this is where now really understanding the markets, right? Whenever we are in a big move, we go through what? We go through a move up and a move down, a move up, a move down, a move up, and now we're probably going to go for a bit of a move sideways. And one thing I've found is that if we get a small up move, we tend to have a small little pullback. If we have a big up move, we tend to have a really big pullback.